Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of Into the Breach, and in fact, a new playthrough. Last episode we finished up the Rusting Hulks, got a great score for them. And let's have a quick look at what achievements we have left to do anyway, on the, squad. So this is just win with everybody, sure. We've won on all lengths, that's nice. These are just play enough. Finish an island without mech damage. That would be nice to do at some point. And then, I don't know. I don't really want to do these challenge run things anytime soon. So I think we're just going to go and play a game of the Steel Judoka, which if you guys haven't watched other people play or played yourself, there's been an exciting cliffhanger since yesterday when I showed you the mechs but didn't tell you what they do. So their thing is they start with Vec hormones, which makes enemies deal extra damage when attacking each other. And so they all sort of have a number of different movement options, whereas everyone, the other squads, mostly just get pushes. These guys have a couple of fancier things. So we have a melee attack that moves an enemy by 2 squares, and a weapon that doesn't damage anything, but damages and pushes doesn't do anything to the epicenter, but damages and pushes adjacent tiles. And then we have an artillery-style pulling, which is way easier to use than a projectile pull, I feel like, because pulling things towards you, I don't know. Anyway, I just like it. I laughed when I saw our pilot here because, what a shitty pilot, right? We could have sent back Ghana or Archimedes or something, I think, but we didn't because they had +2 mech move or +3 grid defense, which was just useless. And these are the two of. I mean, there are a number of mech HP is also good, but I think these two are my favorite to upgrade. So I just brought back this random person. Early Torcasio. Anyway, let's get going. What is it we want to do here? Have mech armor. Oh, that's right. Someone starts armored. Who? The judo guy, right? Yeah. Starts with 1 armor. So try to soak up 5 damage in single battle with that is a bit tough. Have 4 enemies die from enemy fire in a single battle. We should be able to do that. Push 3 enemies with a single attack. Also not that hard, I think. So let's get going. Carry on the win streak, and let's make this number 5, huh? Wonder if that cleanup will be any easier the second time around. What's this? I have mech power. Amazing. I'll take. Ooh, we already have move. Do I not need this? We could take ally immune. Actually, we could pilot a different mech if there's something that could make better use of the +1 power. But there's not really. Ally immune is interesting because you can use it to move your teammates out of the way, but it's very niche. I think I'll just take more move. Let this judo guy get in there and really mix it up. All right. So, which of these enemy sets looks the most like a pushover? I'm not a huge fan of the blob boss, especially when we don't have a lot of. We can't easily deal a lot of damage. We need enemies to damage each other. This one's a lot more promising, I think. Although I don't like being webbed. This looks easy. I like this. And, oh yeah, I'm not going for a spider boss, not in a million years. Okay. So yeah, we'll start with Pinnacle. They just have a few pretty weak enemies, and the leader is a beetle, which shouldn't be a big deal. Alright, so we're going to want to do this one eventually. Might as well. Oh, fucking robot factories. God. I hate them so much. And there's no way to avoid it. Alright, well, I mean, this one's a lot easier. And we might, for example, pick up a time pod before we have to do this. If we go deal with this stuff first. So I'm sort of inclined to like try to do these before we have to hit this up. It means we have less choice about like getting to these two on the edges here. But that's fine. Like they're the same rewards as this, and I think this one is perfectly good. So yeah, let's just do this. Defend the robots should be the easiest one. Put this guy in the back. So it's nice that he does not care what direction he's attacking from. There's some artillery where that matters, right? Like the rocket mech we had with the rusting hulks, and whoever it is, the guy who shoots boulders. Have we done them? Yeah, Zenith Guard. We've done them. It's nice to have an artillery you can just sort of put in the back and not worry about where exactly in the back did you want it. So, okay, great. Let's see if they freeze themselves or what. Oh, not him. Don't freeze him. That's not what I wanted. Alright, at least this guy's frozen too. Although, is that good? Okay. So we could, of course, just attack this guy, doing 1 damage. Oh, I should have thought about the fact that Pinnacle will tend to have enemies being frozen, which is anti-synergistic with our Vec hormones that make them deal more damage to each other. So we're sort of... Some of the options we might otherwise have, we don't currently have. Like, if this guy had been alive, I'm sure, or awake, I'm sure he'd be shooting this direction. We could just pull him in here and take him out. But we don't have that option now. So I'm thinking we do something like this. Yeah. Because then we can judo him to this spot, which is someplace we can actually land an artillery shot on. No, it's not. Oh, I should just do the artillery now, right? This is a fine spot to hit him in. And then, yeah, pull him over here. And we can judo him to block the spawn and kill him. And we'll absorb 1 damage with armor, which, like, I don't know. Probably not going to be this mission that we get the 5 damage. Oh, he healed! Oh my god, because this guy is not dead, of course. I knew that, but had forgotten. I don't know how we're ever going to kill these guys. We don't have enough damage out, but... I can't get this guy away from attacking this guy at all. My artillery can't get anywhere relevant. I can't pull him out of the... Well, I guess I could pull him... No. Because if I did this, he'd be standing here, but this is a ranged attack. I guess I could do that and then get in the way. Seems like a pretty big... No, I can do this. Pushing that guy onto the ice. And also smashing these two together. I'm not sure yet if that's good or bad. I'd like to get 1 damage in against this guy somehow, but it's not exactly easy. Well, actually, I guess it sort of is, if that's what I want to do with my time. I can do this to do the 1 damage. And I was going to do this, but I have to do that after, right? Well, no, either... yeah. Yeah, I need to bonk this guy into me before I get out of the way. Okay. And we'll be doing some damage to this guy, but not as much as I would have liked. Okay, well, let's do that. That's the only way I see to heal this robot, and this city, which both seem worthwhile. And that gets our 3 pushes, right? Or no, it was 3 enemies, I guess. Now, if I want to, I suppose, I could come down here and throw this guy there. But I don't see any reason to do that. Actually, it's terrible, because it would make him kill the friendly robot instead of killing this guy. Okay, noted. Oh, it won't kill him, will it? Because he's going to heal first from this dang Scion, who I can't, like, deal with. But I might as well get started, right? It would really help me to be able to have one of these guys get frozen again this turn. Okay, that attack's not a huge problem. It would be nice to push this guy into ice. But I can't do that so easily. Ah, I can pull him into ice, though. But then, oh, this poor guy. I guess an attack here moves both of those out of the way. And has this guy block this attack, which is pretty strong, right? So this is an idea I like, although I want to move my mech first. And where I want to move him to, I think, is here to pull the guy on B1 into the ice on C1. I need to get in the habit of talking about the coordinates, because I think it's more... It must be so tiring to hear me say, oh yeah, here, and this guy, and then over there into this. Like, you can see the screen and where I'm pointing, but, you know, if you're not paying total attention, you could miss out. And it's like, I don't know, it makes me feel like a cool chess player, saying letters and numbers all the time. And maybe it'll help me think about things better if I... Who knows? So, I think that with those 2 moves, I have everything absolutely urgent taken care of, right? Gravity to F1, and then pull the Firefly on B1. And likewise, the Siege Mech can push everyone at F3, taking care of everything urgent. And then my Judo Mech, really the only thing he can do is kill the Scion, which is fine, I'm happy to do that. Yeah, so I like this idea a great deal. Oh, question. Should I block this spawn? Answer, absolutely yes. I didn't realize I had that many moves. Yeah, go for it. Let's just make sure this isn't pushing anyone into an attack I don't like. Indeed it's not. Okay. Oh, it doesn't even damage this. That's right. This thing is still here because we didn't damage it. That's nice. And we'll just kill this Scion. Oh, and they do extra damage when attacking each other, so this will kill him. I didn't think about that. Nice. Okay, just these 3 enemies left to deal with. Should be... Oh, 2. That's not a scorpion or whatever. It's a good guy. Yeah, and we have this now. In at least one way. Let's see if there's one that gets us maximum experience. We want to give experience not to the Judo Mech if possible. That seems doable, I think. Well... I don't see how to get my artillery mech a kill. I could use the artillery mech to kill this guy, I guess. But then I'm not sure how to get the kill on this guy at all. On D4. So my thinking is like, okay, to kill this Firefly on D2, it's sort of like... Oh wait, how actually do I do that? I was thinking of pulling the guy into me like I did with that other mech that was based on pulling, but now it's an artillery one that doesn't actually work, right? And anything else I could pull the Scorpion on D4 into would be bad for me. It would deal damage to something I care about, a building or a robot. I can Judo him first over to B4, but once he's there, I can't actually reach him with my artillery anymore. I guess I could reach him with... What's this guy called? A gravity mech, right? I could Judo him like this, gravity mech up to F4, and then pull into the Judo mech. I guess that's fine. Gets me some experience. Oh, and then I can just kill... Of course, I can then kill the Firefly on D2 with my Siege mech. I had gotten caught up in the idea of killing this guy with my gravity mech, but that's actually not a plan that works, so this is a plan that does work. Great. Alright, nice start, a perfect mission. But we still have this to deal with in the future, which like is awful. I'm gonna put it off as long as I can. Let's do the Silicate Plains. Okay, the Alpha Scorpion is the primary threat. Let's try to block them. Actually, how much can he move? It doesn't tell me. Oh, 3, yeah. Really? Firefly only moves 2. I should pay more attention to this. I had no idea. And Hornet moves 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So he can... The Hornet can reach a couple of different places, but no one can reach these things in the back right now. So I don't have to worry about protecting those. I just want to be as close to sort of the middle area as I can. Okay, that seems fine. All right, a time pod. So important for like maybe somehow surviving the robot factory mission that's coming up. Pardon me, I'm back. I had to step away for a minute. I'm on call at work this week and something came up. So it looks like, happily, I at least haven't done anything this turn, so I don't have to like hold in my head the state of what had happened previously. I just have to get out of this situation. I don't remember what I had already figured out, so we're gonna do everything from scratch again. One thing that looks appealing is like this, maybe? Pushes this guy out of the way. But it's sort of hard to push both of these two out of the way, isn't it? Like these... I want to get all the way down here, which is tough. Like, not... In order to do that... I guess I don't need to move this guy at all. It would be nice to damage him, but it's more important to push this guy. Which I can only do from... Well, oh, I see. What I could do is get out of the way with my science mech and artillery bomb this spot. That both frees me from the danger and damages the Scorpion, as well as pushing the Scorpion into the way of the Hornet so that he takes 2 additional damage. It says 1, but remember we get double, 1 extra damage from enemies attacking each other. So, using only this mech, I'm able to free up, deal with these 2 enemies. And so I need my other 2 mechs to deal with the Scorpion on F2 somehow. Not Scorpion, Firefly, God. I'm never going to get used to talking at all precisely, I'm afraid. Now, it's a bit of a bummer. We would like, if possible, I think, to be able to pull, or to have this guy, the Scorpion, on D5, get him to D6 before I have to move the gravity mech. Because then I could move through him over to this way and use the gravity mech to deal with the Firefly a bit. But I can't, because I have to move this thing first before I can pull it out of his way. So I have to work with this constraint. I think that that's fine, because there is something perfectly useful for my gravity mech to do. I.e., once we pull these guys together... Wait. Ah, right. I wasn't going to shoot... I already forgot my solution. I was going to do this. So once I've made this attack on E5, getting the Scorpion and the Hornet next to each other, I can use the gravity mech to pull the Scorpion into the Hornet into the Scorpion, doing a bit more damage to each. They'll both be then at 1 health, and all I need to do is deal with the Firefly using my Judo mech, which is very easy. Just come down here and Judo him. I can't come to F3 and Judo him, because that would put him on F4 attacking the other building. Okay, so I think I have a candidate plan here. And I'm going to pull my Siege mech back 1, just so he has easier access to the 8th rank, I guess you might say. But try to keep my gravity mech... Yeah, let's use the gravity mech to block this building, actually. That's sort of productive. Okay. So Siege mech is going to free up this problem. Then we do a little extra damage to them both. And Judo to rescue the building. We get shot, but that's fine, we're wearing armor. We didn't kill anyone this turn, which is a problem, perhaps. But we did do a lot of damage. So it should be easier to kill things next turn. Please no heals, though. Huh. Well, these guys look threatening, like it's sort of, but they're not really, right? Wow, I can get all the way up there. So I was thinking, one thing that looks really appealing is to use the artillery mech to... I mean, it's a siege mech, but it's my artillery guy, right? To bomb F3, dealing damage to all of these enemies, except for the Scion, and pushing them away from the buildings they were attacking. This seems very productive. But then I'm like, oh geez, well how are we going to rescue the science mech who's about to be destroyed? But actually, we can move very, very far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We could even move here if we wanted. So that's one option, is to use the Judo mech to rescue the science mech. I don't know exactly what to do with the science mech after that. He has, what, 4 moves? We could come collect the time pod on C3 and bump the Scion into the Firefly to do a bit more extra damage to all the enemies. That seems like an okay plan, right? And we have to do that before we use the artillery mech to push everyone. So fine, we do this. Bomb F3. Shit, I was gonna do it in a different order. I forgot already. Is it worth resetting? Yes, clearly it is, right? Actually, do I still have the achievement, by the way? I just got an achievement for, like, mass displacement. Yeah, so, okay, you can do these and then reset, and you still get to keep them. That's good to know. Okay. So, I was going to do this, and then pick up the time pod and bump these guys. and only then break apart this group. There we go, that's much better. Oh, Mark II for me! I don't know if I've heard them brag about multiple kills before. It's gonna be tough to kill 7 enemies, isn't it? I guess it might be okay. So, one promising idea is to put the Judo mech on C2 and move the guy here so he hurts the Scion. There are some problems with that approach. Primarily that we then, like, the Alpha Scorpion gets healed because he doesn't kill the Scion until after the Scion has healed everyone. But it's certainly worth consideration, I suppose, to do this. And we have to deal with this guy, of course. The Firefly on E2. I'm thinking that an artillery shot to E3, destroying the Scion and damaging and pushing the Firefly, might be a productive approach. It gets the Firefly down to 1 health and lets the damage against the other Firefly actually count. I thought he was an Alpha Firefly, but he's not. So we'll have done 1 damage to this guy, 2 damage to this guy, blocked a spawn, killed the Scion, and we still have the Science mech left to work with. So we could add 1 more damage to that total, I think. Yeah, that seems pretty good. I like that plan. So, okay. First, Judo mech to C2. Getting the enemies all clumped up together. Next, Science mech to A2, pulling the 2 Fireflies into each other. Finally, Siege mech firing at E3, killing the Scion so they don't heal, pushing 1 Firefly to block a spawn so he dies, and the only thing we have left is a single Firefly at 1 health and 1 more spawn. As long as we can kill the 1 health Firefly and whatever spawns, that'll get us our 7. And if we can't, you know, tough luck, I guess. I don't see a better way to get more kills than this. I could consider trying to let this guy spawn, although it's not so easy to actually do that. But if I did, I don't know that that would really make things better. We need to be able to focus our firepower somehow, which means having a small number of enemies around, I think. So I'm gonna do this. Okay. That's our 4th and 5th kill. Number 6 is, of course, going to be easy, and hopefully we can deal with this guy since we've got a lot of control. Like, he spawns... Yes, okay, this is looking great. We just take the Judo mech to D4, Judo them so they're next to each other, and then artillery to... Oh, haha. I was thinking this to push them into each other, but that only kills 1 of them, because it doesn't push them into each other. This is how you push them into each other. Don't shoot at either of them, but shoot at something adjacent. Perfect. End turn. Yes. Have we taken any damage on this island so far? How would I find out? Apparently we have. Okay. And in the pod, a pilot, Archimedes even, and a reactor core. Both excellent news. course, we knew about the reactor core already. I'm very much inclined to replace one of my crappy pilots with Archimedes so that we have access to that great ability. And I think I'll take the one with hardly any XP. And probably also put the reactor core here. Now the question is, are we using it for fire and forget? Or for something else, like getting Vec hormones upgraded to do even more damage when enemies attack each other? I think even more damage is nice, because there's a lot of enemies in these early phases that have 3 health and deal 1 damage. So if I can make them deal 3 damage, then, like, that's great. They'll kill each other in one go. So I think that this... Sorry, didn't I get a reactor core? It says no reactor cores. Undo. Install. Click. Oh. I thought I had to click install, but I'd already done it. Okay. Cool. What's next? I don't really like this at all. But I guess if anyone can do it, it's the Steel Judoka, right? They're all about taking advantage of enemies and making them hit each other. So the fact that there's a crap load of enemies here, maybe that's to our advantage. But I think I'll do that in the next episode. We might end up spending 3 episodes on this island, who knows. Yeah, I don't want to try to cram a difficult mission into the end of this episode, so we'll just take a break now and see how the rest of the island goes. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.